Some women spend their whole lives chasing glow in a jar. They fill drawers with creams, shelves with promises, waiting for change. But the women who truly glow, they don't chase it. They feed it. Every single day. Quietly. Carefully. Before the phone calls, before the news, before the noise. She stands at her kitchen counter, barefoot, calm, still. She isn't doing anything dramatic. No fasting. No trends. She's just doing what she's done for years. Nourishing herself the way women used to. A squeeze of lemon in warm water. A bowl of berries. A spoonful of olive oil over wild salmon. Not for weight loss. Not for the scale. But because it makes her feel good. Clear. Light. Alive. She eats with her hands open, not her fists clenched. She eats slowly. She knows what every bite does for her body. And she knows what to say no to. This isn't about looking young. It's about feeling strong in your skin, in your bones, in your presence. And the best part? It's not complicated. You don't need a personal chef. You don't need to give up pleasure. You just need to know what to eat and how to treat it like a gift, not a task. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what elegant women over 50 eat to stay radiant every single day. Not just to glow on the outside, but to feel good in their body, in their mind, and in their heart. And it starts with one quiet meal, made with care. This space right here was created for her. For the woman who no longer wants noise. For the one who values the softness of a slow morning more than another promise to fix herself. For the one who's learned that elegance isn't found in what you own, it's found in what you allow yourself to feel. Here on Grace After 50, we do things differently. We don't count calories, we count care. We don't chase beauty, we honor it. We don't try to look like our younger selves, we grow into women who feel more ourselves than ever before. This is a soft space for strong women, for those who have walked through fire and come out with grace in their hands. Here we speak gently, we move with intention, and we age not in fear but with quiet pride. So if you're the kind of woman who finds peace in your rituals, who believes that food can be both medicine and joy, who still wants to feel beautiful not because of what others see but because of what you feel in your body, then you are home. Like, share, and subscribe to Grace After 50. And if this feels like the kind of space your soul has been searching for, pull up a chair. You're already welcome. Her mornings don't begin with coffee anymore. Not because she can't have it, but because she knows her body needs something different now. At this stage of life, the first thing she feeds herself is kindness. She reaches for warm lemon water. Not cold. Not carbonated. Just warm because it's easier on her digestion. That one quiet choice hydrates her cells, wakes up her gut, and gently tells her body, we're safe. We're not rushing. We're doing this day on our terms. Through 50, the body speaks more softly. Hormones change. Cortisol, your stress hormone, rises faster in the morning than it used to. Digestion slows. Sleep shifts. And what you eat first matters more than ever. So she listens. She brings out her matcha, the good one, not the powdered kind from the back of the shelf. It's a quiet, earthy green. She whisks it gently in a ceramic bowl. No sugar, no hype, just warmth and peace. Matcha gives her calm focus. Kind that keeps her centered, not jittery. It's rich in L-theanine, something that helps the brain feel awake without feeling chased. And while it steeps, she reaches for her favorite bowl. White porcelain, slightly chipped on the rim. She spoons in thick Greek yogurt, full fat, creamy and real. Then comes the color, fresh berries, deep purple and red. Blueberries. Raspberries. Sometimes blackberries when they're in season. She adds a drizzle of raw honey. A sprinkle of flaxseed. She's not counting macros. She's not thinking about diet culture. She's thinking about what feels good in her body. The yogurt feeds her gut. The berries bring antioxidants, which help protect her skin from the inside out. And the whole bowl, it isn't a trend. It's a ritual. One she's chosen not to impress anyone, but because she's finally learned. When you begin your day with calm, your body listens. And when your body feels heard, your skin softens. Your digestion moves. Your thoughts clear. Your presence steadies. This is her morning glow. Doesn't come in a bottle. It's not a face mask. It's this, what she chooses before the world gets noisy. So she sits. She breathes. She eats slowly without distractions. And in that moment, she is both strong and soft. 'Cause nourishment at this age is no longer about fixing anything. It's about respecting everything. The light has shifted now. Late morning. Soft sun pouring through your kitchen window. There's no rush. The world might be moving fast, but you're grounded. You take a breath and reach for the salmon. Wild caught. Rich, pink, almost buttery before it even hits the pan. You season it lightly, sea salt, lemon zest, and let it cook slow in olive oil, not butter. That oil is liquid gold. It's not just for taste, it gives your joints a softness, your skin that subtle, elegant glow that no cream in a jar can buy. A handful of greens, steamed, not drowned, land on the plate next. Broccoli, maybe asparagus. Not overcooked, not raw. Just enough bite to remind your body it's being fed well. A scoop of farro or quinoa, warm and nutty, anchors the dish. It's not a carb to fear, it's fiber, it's fuel, it's balance. And then, always a touch of beauty. A few slices of avocado or some marinated olives. They don't scream for attention. They just belong. They finish the plate with quiet confidence. You don't eat it hurried. You sit. Maybe at the table. Maybe with soft music. Or maybe silence. You eat slowly. Fork down between bites. Savoring, not just tasting. This isn't a reward for working hard, it's a non-negotiable act of self-respect. As we pass 50, our digestion shifts. Our enzymes aren't in the same rush they once were. But that's not a flaw, it's an invitation. To chew more. To slow down. To actually feel what we're eating. Because the nutrients don't just come from what's on the plate, they come from how we welcome them in. You want to look radiant? Chew slower than you think you need to. That's where elegance lives. In the stillness between bites. In the softness of presence. In the grace of choosing nourishment over noise. This isn't just lunch. It's a midday reset. A return to self. A silent act of aging powerfully, beautifully, and fully awake. Let your food not just feed your body, but remind it softly that you're still here. Still worthy of care. Still writing the rules on what 50 and beyond should look like. I'm curious now. Do you eat like this too? Is lemon water part of your morning? Do you ever take that quiet moment to really taste your lunch, to let your body feel nourished instead of just fed? Because here's the truth, these tiny rituals, they stack up. They become the fabric of how we age. Or rather, how we glow as we age. Tell me in the comments, what's your one go-to food that always brings you back to yourself? Something that makes you feel grounded, clear, even radiant. I'd love to hear. I always learn something from you. And who knows? I just might share a few of your answers in a future video. Now coming up, there's one simple, nourishing food that women over 50 often overlook. But it quietly supports skin, joints, and even hormones, all from the inside out. We'll talk about it next. In the hills of northern Italy, women still start their mornings by simmering bones with bay leaves, garlic, a splash of vinegar, and patience. It's not just a recipe. It's a ritual passed down from mothers who understood the quiet power of deep nourishment. Across the world in Korea, you'll find the same pots of syeolyeongtang slow-cooked ox bone broth, lovingly prepared not for show but for healing. These women didn't have collagen supplements lined up in glass bottles, but they had bone broth, rich in minerals, brimming with natural collagen. And for decades, they aged with skin like velvet and joints that moved without complaint. I sip mine by the window most afternoons, just before the sun starts to dip. My journal's open, not always filled, but I find a softness in that moment, a calm pause in the middle of all the doing. It's not just food. It's a kind of repair. If you're making yours at home, try adding fresh ginger. It warms the belly and boosts digestion. A slice of turmeric root adds gentle anti-inflammatory support. And if you're feeling adventurous, a strip of dried seaweed gives a quiet mineral hug to your whole system. These additions don't just make it taste better, they deepen the medicine of it. We spend so much time thinking about what we shouldn't eat. But sometimes the most luxurious thing we can do is to slow cook something healing and let it remind our body, I've got you. There's a certain softness to mid-afternoon, the kind that invites you to pause. Imagine this: soft golden light pouring through sheer curtains, a silk robe loosely tied, a quiet playlist in the background. You've made it through the busier half of the day, and now it's time for a reset. This is where elegance meets nourishment. Instead of grabbing a cookie or skipping straight to caffeine, try this. Cup of green tea, earthy, grounding, and full of gentle antioxidants. Or if you're feeling a little playful, a creamy matcha latte with oat milk and a pinch of cinnamon. Pair that with a small plate. A handful of almonds, rich in good fats that support your hormones and help you feel full without feeling heavy. A few slices of pear for natural sweetness, or maybe a square of dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, because luxury doesn't mean excess. It means intention. Another quiet favorite? Herbal infusions. I love nettle for its mineral-rich support, rose for softening the heart, and hibiscus for that ruby-red beauty boost. These teas don't just hydrate, they nourish your skin from within and calm your nervous system like a gentle hand on your shoulder. Here's something most women aren't told clearly enough. Once we're in our 50s and beyond, our bodies become more sensitive to sugar spikes. That afternoon cookie or caramel latte might feel comforting in the moment, but it's often followed by a crash in your mood, in your skin's glow, and in your sleep later that night. So here's the shift. Instead of sugar, we focus on steady blood sugar. That means pairing your carbohydrates with fiber, fat, or protein, and listening to your body instead of the clock. This isn't about perfection. It's about creating little moments of luxury and stability that carry you through your day feeling composed, energized, and light. Because elegance, true elegance, begins with how you care for yourself when no one's watching. And that quiet plate in the sunlight? That can be its own kind of ceremony. There's something beautifully intentional about how elegant women approach dinner. It's not a reward for a hard day or a rushed affair eaten on the couch. It's a rhythm, a gentle return to center. By late afternoon, the energy of the day begins to quiet. And just like the lighting softens, so should your meals. Through 50, digestion naturally begins to slow. Heavy dinners, especially those loaded with sugar, fried foods, or too much meat, can leave you feeling sluggish, bloated, or waking at 3 a.m. wondering why sleep feels harder than it used to. Here's where elegance steps in, not as a rule but as a graceful guide. Dinner doesn't have to be complicated to be nourishing. Think grilled fish, flaky, seasoned with fresh herbs and a drizzle of lemon. Or a warm bowl of chickpea stew simmered with turmeric, garlic, and olive oil, soothing and rich in plant-based protein that doesn't overwhelm your system. A side of steamed greens, kale, spinach, or broccolini, tossed lightly with lemon juice and extra virgin olive oil. Simple, clean, delicious. These leafy greens aren't just good for your body, They're essential for hormone balance, detox support, and glowing skin from the inside out. And portion matters here. A queen doesn't overfill her plate. She listens. She serves herself enough to feel nourished, not stuffed. She sits at a real table with real silverware, maybe even a cloth napkin. The phone goes away. Television stays off. The focus is on presence, the warmth of food, the act of slowing down, the peace of a well-lit, calm evening. 'Cause how you end your day speaks volumes about how you begin the next. Sleep, mood, skin, and even belly comfort, all of these are directly influenced by how you choose to dine. This is not about dieting. It's about honoring your body as it is today in this season of your life. So tonight, set the table, take a breath, and eat like a woman who knows she deserves peace, not just in her food but in every bite of her life. As the evening stretches on, there's a moment, soft, golden, unhurried, where the world seems to quiet just enough for you to hear your own breath again. For many elegant women, this is the hour where a single, thoughtful pleasure is allowed to take center stage. A glass of red wine, not for escape, not from habit, but as a quiet celebration of presence, of beauty, of a life well tended. Picture this, the table already cleared from dinner, a single candle still flickering, the faint hum of jazz playing low in the background. The world outside the window has slipped into twilight. And there it is, one glass. Deep ruby, smooth, held delicately. Mediterranean women have long understood this kind of grace. Their relationship with food and drink is not rooted in guilt or excess, but in ceremony, in enjoyment, in timing. It's not every night, but on the right one, when the sky is clear and your heart feels soft, that single glass feels like an act of self-love. Red wine, when enjoyed in moderation, carries something lovely for women over 50, resveratrol. This powerful antioxidant supports heart health, blood flow, and cellular repair. Not a magic potion, but a gentle nudge toward longevity. Key is moderation. Not just for your health, but for your soul. Elegance at its core is not about saying no to life's pleasures. It's about knowing when and how to say yes. A beautiful life isn't built on denial, it's shaped by discernment. And a touch of red, enjoyed slowly, intentionally, and without rush, is often the most luxurious moment of the day. You don't need more, just enough with grace. There's something sacred about the end of the day. The world winds down, the sky dims to a velvet blue, and everything begins to soften. Your shoulders, your thoughts, your pace. It's during these quiet hours that elegance truly whispers its wisdom. Slow down. Not just your steps, but your fork, your breath, your entire presence. For the elegant woman, dinner isn't a race to the finish line. It's a ritual, a gift you unwrap slowly with your full attention. 'Cause here's the truth that often gets lost in our rushed world. How you eat matters just as much as what you eat. We've talked about beautiful foods, greens, berries, good oils, a glass of red, but now the spotlight turns to how you treat them once they're on your plate. Portion control is not about deprivation. It's about honoring your body's natural rhythm. Giving it just enough, not too much, not too little, so it can rest easy, digest gently, and move through the night with ease. And slowing down? That's the real anti-aging secret no cream can offer. When you eat slowly, without distractions, something amazing happens. Your body actually tells you what it needs. You feel fullness before you feel heaviness. You taste more, crave less, digest better. It's not about counting calories. It's about tuning in to hunger, to satisfaction, to your own intuition. Try this tonight. Plate your dinner with intention. Sit down without your phone. Light a candle. Take a breath between bites. Chew slowly. Listen to your body like it's an old friend you trust again. You deserve to feel full, but never heavy. Satisfied, not stuffed. Nourished, not numbed. The women who age with the most grace? They eat like they live, deliberately, gently, with joy. 'Cause when you honor your meal, your body returns the favor. And over time, that kind of care shows up in your skin, your sleep, your spirit. So let dinner be your pause, your soft landing. Not an end, but a slow, elegant exhale at the close of your day. Imagine your day like a plate, each part carefully chosen, gently layered, thoughtfully served. Let's take one last walk through the rituals, not as a checklist, but like a slow glide through a quiet gallery of beauty, nourishment, and intention. Morning begins in stillness. The world is soft, and so are your choices. A warm mug of matcha, green and earthy, kissed with calm. A small bowl of berries, each one bursting with color and antioxidants like tiny gems placed just for you. Then comes the heart of the day, midday strength. Plate with wild salmon, glistening with healthy fats. Steamed vegetables drizzled with golden olive oil. Every bite rich in omega-3s, fiber, and grace. This isn't just food, it's fuel. And it carries you through with strength, not heaviness. Somewhere in the quiet between moments, you sip warm broth. Maybe homemade. Maybe something your grandmother used to make. It's not about the recipe, it's the ritual. That soothing warmth that coats your insides and tells your nervous system, you are safe. You are held. Afternoon doesn't rush you. You don't chase energy. You hold it gently. A handful of nuts. A slice of avocado. Maybe a square of dark chocolate slowly savored. It's elegance in moderation, never in denial. And as the sun lowers, so does the intensity. Dinner is light. You've lived your day fully. Now you ask for just what you need. Maybe a small plate of lentils, roasted squash, arugula with lemon. Maybe a bowl of soup, nothing fancy. But it feels like a hug. Occasionally, not always, but sometimes, a glass of red wine. Not for escape. For celebration. For flavor. For pause. And above all, you eat slowly. Consciously. With grace. This is the Daily Elegance Plate. It's not a trend or a diet. It's a lifestyle rooted in care, in simplicity, in joy. It's not about looking younger. It's about living in a way that lets your light come through, clearer, softer, truer. Because when you nourish yourself this way, from the quiet morning matcha to the peaceful rhythm of a mindful dinner, beauty isn't something you chase. It becomes something you embody. Every single day. Close your eyes for a moment. Think of every small choice you made today, from the teaspoon of flaxseed you stirred into your yogurt to the water with lemon you sipped before breakfast. Each one whispered something powerful. I am still here, and I am worthy of beauty and care. Because every bite you take is not just food, it's a message. A quiet declaration that you haven't stopped loving yourself. Not now. Not at 50. Not ever. You see, the rituals aren't just on your plate. They're in the way you open the curtains to let the morning light in. The way you slice your cucumber thin and arrange it neatly beside hummus on your favorite dish, even if no one else is watching. They're in the choice to use olive oil instead of butter because it loves your heart back. Or to swap out sugar for cinnamon because it warms you without the crash. Let your meals be poetry. Let your body feel the rhythm of nourishment like a soft song, not a punishment or plan to follow, but a love letter you write to yourself, plate after plate. This lifestyle, this way of eating, moving, choosing, it isn't about turning back the clock. It's about knowing exactly who you are now and honoring her with everything you feed yourself, physically, emotionally, spiritually. A woman over 50 doesn't need to shrink to fit into the world's idea of beauty. She builds her own table. She pours bone broth into her favorite mug and drinks it like champagne. She makes her quinoa with herbs and zest, and eats it with linen napkins even when she's alone. You are the ritual. You are the reason the tea steeps, the salmon roasts, the almonds soak overnight. Every part of your daily rhythm, from the matcha to the magnesium, is built on one truth. You are worth showing up for. Every day, every meal, every moment. So go ahead, slice the fruit like it matters. Sprinkle the chia. Serve the greens on your nicest plate. Not because it's fancy, because you are. Table is quiet now. A sprig of rosemary rests on the edge of a wooden board, beside the last bite of avocado drizzled with lemon and sea salt. The candle flickers low, its flame small but steady, like the quiet power of a woman who knows herself. There's something sacred about this. Not in the food alone, but in the way you chose it. In the way you honored your skin with wild blueberries, nourished your brain with walnuts, soothed your joints with turmeric tea instead of another glass of wine. That's elegance. That's grace in motion. Not performative, not loud, just a daily devotion to the body you live in, to the woman you're still becoming. And if this moment felt like nourishment, if something in it fed your spirit or softened your day, I invite you to stay. Subscribe. Not for trends, but for more moments like this, where we slow down, breathe deeper, and return to what really feeds us. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite food ritual? What little thing do you do each day that feels like self-respect on a plate? And if there's a woman you love, a sister, a friend, a mother, share this with her. 'Cause we don't rise by racing each other. We rise gracefully together. The music fades. Plates are cleared. Candle still glows. And somewhere not far from here, a woman is steeping her tea. Alone, peace, and deeply, beautifully full. See you soon.